Hello, movie buffs. In today's episode, we are going to decrypt one of the greatest Western films ever made in Hollywood. It's High Noon. Before we get into the episode, I welcome you back to Decrypting Movies, and you're watching MWM. This is Matt Dawson. We'll just straight away start the episode. Yeah, so this is my blog on High Noon. As you see, one word review is riveting, IMDB is 7.9, and my verdict is a classic cowboy thriller. I agree with that because it is one of the greatest Western films ever made. Let's look into more before that we'll watch the trailer first. Yeah.
Ben Miller is down for Depot now with Jim Pierce and Jack Colby. They asked about the noon train.
The noon train?
And that ain't all.
Beg pardon, Frank Miller.
Please, Will. If you just tell me what this is all about.
I sent a man up 5 years ago for murder. He was supposed to hang. Now he's free.
I'll give you odds. Kane's dead 5 minutes after Frank gets off the train.
Some of you were special deputies when we broke this bunch. I need you again.
You're asking an awful lot, Kane, considering the kind of man Frank Miller is.
We all know what Miller's like. That's why I'm here. How about it?
You don't have to be a hero, not for me.
I'm not trying to be a hero. If you think I like this, you're crazy.
You risk your skin catching killers, and the juries turn them loose so they can come back and shoot at you again. And in the end, you wind up dying all alone on some dirty street for a tin star.
There's a limit how much you can ask a man. This is just plain committing suicide.
Yeah, that's the trailer for you. I think the story is not completely revealed in the trailer, but it is a very simple story. And being a cowboy western film, there is not much action in the film. Only the climax has the high intense drama action that western film or cowboy films are famous for. But the highlight of the film is in the screenplay. As you can see, there were hints in the trailer about the story. The story is basically about a marshal in New Mexico City. There's a town in New Mexico, so he's the marshal there. It's his last day. He's getting married, and he's gonna retire and go back to his own country and do something on that. That's how it sets up. And there is someone he had sent to jail called Frank Miller, but he has been released and he's coming back to take revenge, basically to murder Kane. So Kane is the marshal's name, our protagonist's name. So this is the first act setting up the story. Basically we get to know about the town and the marshal. He's getting married and he's leaving the town, but then the news comes that Frank Miller is released and he's coming to take revenge and murder Kane for his he's the one who arrested him and sent to jail. So that is the story. He's coming at 12 o'clock train, so that's the reason the title of the movie is named as High Noon. So the story is set up in the very first act. So basically till 12 o'clock what is going to happen, and at 12 o'clock we have the climax. So till 12 o'clock our protagonist goes into different parts of the town to gather people so that they can fight along with him, but he doesn't get any kind of support. So that is the second act, and the obstacle and confrontation. So all those things, he's basically going to church, and his deputies, none of them are willing to take side with him because they know that Frank Miller is a very serious and malicious villain. He doesn't spare anyone, so if you get into fight with him, he'll basically kill. So he's coming along with his brothers and cousins. So there are like 4 5 people along with him. So it's basically no one is willing to take sides with the marshal, because they know that they're gonna get killed. So basically he doesn't find anyone, and his wife doesn't know anything about this. And over the course of the film, his wife learns that this is the situation, and she requests that, you come with us, well, let's run away. But being a man of integrity, the marshal Kane doesn't agree with that. He says that you can go, but I'll not come. Anyway, even if I run away, he's going to chase me down. So better I can confront him when I'm marshal in this town itself. So that is the major plot, and the screenplay revolves around this 3 or 4 hours duration of the morning, where he's trying to get help. So this is one place where he's going to a saloon. So saloon is not haircut area, but it's basically a bar. In those days, in Mexican terms, they term it as saloon. So he's going to saloon to get support, but he's seeing that people are betting that definitely Marshall Kane will lose. Frank Miller will be the one. I can even
I'll give you odds. Kane's dead 5 minutes after Frank gets off the train.
yeah. So so people are betting against. So this is a major plot. So as you can see, only at the climax we have this high intense shootout scenes. That is the only action available in the film. But the whole film is based on this 4 hours duration, where he's trying to get help, and it's more performance oriented. Gary Cooper is the person who has acted in this film as protagonist, and he has won Oscar for this, because as you can see at the last shot, just when the trailer was getting over, you can see the type of emotions he's giving off in his face. The whole film is based on his facial expressions. So after a point of time, you become sympathetic towards the protagonist, because he's not getting any kind of support, or no one is willing to support him. So he basically decides to fight Frank Miller on his own. And in climax we have twist. It's kind of anticlimax. He ends up winning, but how he ends up winning is something interesting. But still, it's a worthy climax after such high intense drama. Basically, it's a drama movie, but because of the climax action, it is termed as one of the greatest Western films. I think even now there is a debate, which if at all we consider Western films, then this High Noon will be among them, ranking one. So it's definitely a very thrilling movie to watch, and Gary Cooper has done an excellent performance. Within a fraction of a second, you will see different kind of emotion, basically frustration, and when you're left alone in life, no one to support you, you're all alone, what kind of emotion you give out. So all those are expressed by Gary Cooper. It's very inspiring when when you take everything in your life on your own. So definitely it's motivational to watch. Do spend time watching this film. I think it's just over an hour and a half or 2 hours something, and the climax is very interesting. I have not revealed the interesting part of the climax, so it's definitely worth watching it. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. We'll catch up in another episode of Decrypting Movies. Until then, it's MaddiE. You're watching MWM. Bye bye.